Hi, my name is Kelly Sudol, and I will be talking to you about self-regulation as it applies to time management. I will be covering how using self-regulation to implement an effective calendar helped with metacognition and lowering my stress. First, I would like to define self-regulation. Self-regulation is scheduling time effectively and setting small, good goals in order to reach larger goals. Second, some of the past problems with self-regulation are not taking advantage of small pockets of time, not calculating how much time I needed to study, not keeping an effective study log, and chunking my time together. What started me thinking metacognitively about how I regulated my time was Brent and Cantwell's categories of time. The categories of time were active, which is exercise, socializing, student clubs, and volunteering; passive, commuting, watching TV, using computer for entertainment, connecting, student clubs, and working for pay; and separating, which are religious activities and family. All of these pieces are something that I definitely worked with and I was a part of, and it was something that I was not adding into my schedule, and they were just something that I made sure that I had time for, but I didn't set the time specifically for them in my schedule, so they weren't self-regulated. Research from this term that improved my current habits are Benvenetti's 2011, which emphasized the importance of estimating time for each task and how that created a raise in the achievement through assignments. I found that I did not do this well. Lay 2015, studying the patterns of high-achieving students and how having a consistent plan and schedule increased study habits, and the importance of using small pockets of time, setting schedules, working consistently in the daytime hours, and changing where I work on assignments helped keep motivation high and in turn raise achievement levels. None of these things were something that I did prior to this class or prior to this research. They were not something that I had added into my schedule, nor were they something that I had set up actively due to self-regulation. Finally, Mercer and McKean, 2000, emphasized how appropriate time management lowers stress in college students. All of these articles prove how possessing self-regulation raises achievement and lowers stress in students. Originally, Dembo and Seeley, 2004, article Students Resistant to Change in Learning Strategy Courses got me thinking about my resistance in the way I self-regulate my time. There are 4 keys to metacognitive learning offered a building block to time management and reaching goals. The first, to observe and evaluate. Second, set goals and make plans. The third, practicing and monitoring its implementation. Fourth, monitoring the strategy outcomes. I was not going through any of these key steps and was just throwing things onto a schedule that were huge chunks of time. They were on a written down schedule, and they were not anything that I actually went through and actually thought about actively. They were definitely something that I just threw on a schedule and went through. Using these steps, I was able to allocate my school, family, and sports activities appropriately to accomplish my goals. The way that I found to self-regulate my time was to keep a good calendar. In came iStudies, a mobile and computer app that replaced my outdated paper calendar and assignment checklist. This allowed me to use some key aspects of self-regulation to create an effective calendar for my busy term. It gave me a fixed commitment calendar, daily to-do list, weekly schedule, assignment view, and allowed for reinforcement of the behavior of creating habits out of my completion by checking off assignments. The mobility allowed for accessibility anywhere and ability to add work into small pockets of time that may arise in the day. The ability to see weekly, daily, monthly, or just assignment view allowed me to focus on the small goals and not become stressed with the overwhelming amount of work that which improved motivation and lowered stress. In the future, I will promote creating habits to eliminate unneeded stress due to mismanaged time. This is something I can also do within my classroom with students in the future. I can also use calendars to improve achievement levels for myself and implementing calendars into my classroom for my future students. My first thing that I'd like to revise was starting to use iStudies at the very beginning of term and pass it along to others. I would also like to use regulation to make plans to reinforce good habits and make those that are ineffective extinct. In conclusion, learning how to implement self-regulation with the help of programs like iStudies made time management a breeze this term and allowed me to have higher achievement rates and less stress. Thank you for coming. I appreciate it.